Well, that didn't go as planned. Hey popcorn lovers, Sam here from POP-Maize-N. We're going to test to see if this page magnifier bought from Office Depot, which is essentially a flat magnifying glass, or AKA a Fresnel lens, can actually be used to pop popcorn. Spoiler alert, my first batch didn't actually turn out that great. Using this food temperature gauge, let's measure how much heat can be produced with this lens. It takes approximately 355 degrees to pop a popcorn kernel. And as you can see, a steady hand and eyesight to try to concentrate the sunlight on the tip of the gauge to measure the heat produced by the sun. Oh snap, crackle, pop. The paper is burning. Time to abort. Let's try to pop popcorn in this cast iron pan using only the sunlight. It looks like I'm only just making smoke. The popcorn pieces are burning in some places, not all over. Maybe I shouldn't have used the type of popcorn kernel I use for making my gourmet popcorn, which is called a mushroom popcorn. Mushroom popcorn kernels pop bigger than the popcorn that you would buy at the store or get at the movie theater. This popcorn pops into a round shape and is used for flavors like caramel because the popcorn is strong and doesn't break easily like other kinds of popcorn. The shell on these popcorn kernels is thick, so they need more heat to pop. I also have two more kinds of popcorn kernels, butterfly and baby white. Butterfly popcorn is the kind you usually buy at the store or the movie theater. It has a medium thick shell that does not need much heat to pop as compared to the mushroom popcorn. Baby white kernels are much smaller. The popcorn made from these kernels are called hulless because you can barely see the shells after it's popped. The shells on the baby white kernels are thin and need less heat to pop than the other two kinds of popcorn. Let's try to pop some butterfly popcorn kernels. First, I want to adjust the Fresnel lens so that the sunlight is concentrated. I wish I had something to hold this lens still. Okay, I think I got a good concentration of sunlight. The kernels seem to start smoking right away. I'm going to try to adjust the lens so a wider concentration of sunlight is on the kernels, which would produce less heat as compared to a small concentration of sunlight. But it's too bright to see how much sunlight I'm putting on the kernels. Oh well, these kernels are burnt too. Now it's time to try popping the small baby white popcorn kernels. These kernels are tiny and have a thin skin, so I think they'll pop. I'm trying to spread out the sunlight more so I don't just burn the kernels right away. But it's hard to tell how much sunlight is on the kernels because the light bouncing off them is very bright. I'm starting to see some smoke, so I'm going to move the sunlight around. That way I won't just heat one part of the kernels. That plan doesn't seem to be working very well. These kernels are smoking faster than the other ones, and I can smell burnt popcorn. I see a lot of burnt kernels, but I also think I see one kernel that actually pops. Yes, I have successfully popped one popcorn kernel. So you can see that popping popcorn with just sunlight is not as easy as it might seem. I can't pop as much as I usually do, even with a strong sunlight shining right on the kernels. Popcorn needs the right amount of heat to pop, but it also needs to be heated equally on all sides. A popcorn machine kettle get hot enough to pop popcorn kernels, but like our sunlight experiment, heat by itself isn't enough. The popcorn would burn if it wasn't heated evenly. That's why popcorn machines use cooking oil and a stirrer. The oil helps spread the heat from the kettle to the popcorn, and the stirrer moves the popcorn around so it heats evenly. And once the kernels get to the right temperature, there is no stopping the popping. So we learned that it's possible that you can actually pop at least one kernel of popcorn using a magnifying glass and the power of the sun. But that's not efficient if you're trying to pop enough popcorn for you and your friends to munch on. A magnifying glass just won't cut it. Maybe we should look into using a solar oven.